Hey Pioneers, we wrapped up Phase Line November, for which we achieved 132 for 142 on the regular Army, that's 93%, and 37 for 39 on the Army Reserve, a 95% finish. Combined, we finished 169 for 181 Army enlistments, 93%. So close to a perfect finish. Sergeant Major, I think it's about precision-oriented progress.
Hey, that's absolutely right, sir. We had a foundation of experience and the skilled soldiers to achieve victory. We will crush Phase Line December.
Absolutely, Sergeant Major, and I believe we will. For Phase Line December, we have a mission of 111 regular Army and 31 Army Reserve for a combined total of 142 enlistments. And we also have a little bit left over from the first two phase lines of this quarter, 17 and 7 total.
We did have a little left over, sir. You know, now that I think about it, if we add Phase Line October and Phase Line November's Delta into Phase Line December, we have 128 RA and 38 Army Reserve to write. That's just 6 and 4 more than we wrote this time last year. We can do this, Pioneers. But before we start cranking down on Phase Line December, we have some outstanding soldiers and performers in the field to recognize. Look at these soldiers.
Man, that's a lot more than last phase line.
Yeah, they're on the ball, sir. They're on the ball.
They're getting after it. Great job, team. So by category, Staff Sergeant McKeegan, Newark Station, also home to our super cool guy, is the battalion's top recruiter with 5 enlistments. Way to go, Sergeant McKeegan. Dublin Station, 2 Papa is the top station in the battalion, and Barbersville, 5 Delta 3, is the top company in the battalion.
We had 15 stations complete their mission and 2 companies achieve their mission. Overall, overproduced actually, and 3 who achieved 100% or more on one side or the other. Way to get after it, guys. Let's roll out the red carpet for them, sir.
Hey, Sergeant Major, we had some other outstanding achievements too, right?
Yes, sir. We have 2 of our finest NCOs retiring. A big thank you and a congratulations to Sergeant First Class Wilson and Sergeant First Class Bulls. You both did phenomenal jobs and you will be missed.
Well done, thank you. And I think we also had some promotions this month. So a huge shout out to now First Sergeant Camarda.
Hey, he's actually getting paid for those headaches he's dealing with.
That's true. And a lot of those headaches probably coming from me. Sergeant First Class Heim, Staff Sergeants Adams and McCrae, Staff Sergeants Bridgewater and Carpenter. Keep up the powerful efforts.
Hey, and by the way, Sergeant McCrae, Sergeant Hine, and Sergeant Adams, those were all meritorious promotions. So good job, guys.
Well done.
Exactly.
All right, Pioneers, this is crunch time. We have to push a little bit harder because the holiday season is going to consume a significant portion of our processing time. We need you to work diligently to make your maps and push hard to process them and get them across the floor. But I want you to do this without rushing to failure.
Hey, front load as much as you can because Thanksgiving, ATC, and that start of the holiday season is here. Hey, Phase Line January will be very difficult. So if we push hard now, we can enjoy that time a lot easier.
All right, we're gonna shift over to talk about safety for a few seconds. In a couple of weeks, we're gonna be right in the midst of Thanksgiving. When you're out there frying or baking your turkeys or getting one of your turduckens, baked up, be sure to have the right safety tools on hand. Especially if you're around an open fryer or the oven, make sure you have the appropriate fire extinguisher. Make sure there are a lot of common accidents around this time of year, whether it be from a fire or it be chopping vegetables or things that go into the turkey. Just make sure you're watching your hands and watching your family. All right. We want everybody to come back to work after Thanksgiving with all the original parts. You really want me to say all original parts? Okay. That's super cool guy for you. In all seriousness, enjoy the family time. Make sure you take the extra second. Make sure you're not setting yourself or others on fire. And remember, where there's a safety brief, there's a reason for it.
Standards of discipline. Hey team, look, we have been doing a great job out there so far. Hey, make sure you're taking care of your battle buddies. Hey, if you see somebody who is going off the beaten path, hey, grab them, grab the sleeve, pull them back on. And make sure that they're doing the right thing and looking like a professional 24/7. Because hey, we are the image of the Army out here in Columbus, Ohio, and you guys are respective areas. Hey, make sure that you are doing what it takes. I know the holiday season is upon us. You guys are gonna want to eat grandma's pecan pie, that stovetop stuffing, the turkeys, that ham, all the good stuff that comes with the Thanksgiving meal. Yeah, you're gonna pack on the pound unexpectedly. So make sure that you're taking the time out to find your gyms. Hey, go running. Hey, work it out. Make sure that you are keeping in mind the ACFT is right around the corner. And you got to do all the things necessary to make sure that you are able to pass that test too. I know right now it's just in the trial stages, but come next year this time, it will be in full effect. So make sure you're doing the right things. If you need more information on that, you can go to the website at army.mil-acft for the breakdown.
Good information, Sergeant Major. Appreciate that. And I think that about wraps it up for today. Great work, Pioneers. Let's get back to it. And don't forget, think big, go big, aim small, miss small. I think the thing that comes to mind for during Thanksgiving is the thing that comes to mind every day, and that's my family. They're what makes doing this job, and not just here in Columbus recruiting, but the Army. They're the ones that make this all worth it. And getting to go home and see them every day, spending time with them in the evenings, on the weekends, I remain grateful every morning when I wake up for them. That's your turn.
Yeah, ditto. No, being that the boss said family, I go ahead and say freedom's the number one reason why we get up and put this uniform every day. You know, freedoms that so many of us all take for granted sometimes.
Yeah. So I've actually answered this question before, and it remains the same almost 10, 15 years later. So I either want to be a Dark Lord of the Sith, or I want to be an Autobot. And I know they're like diametrically opposites. You know, one is good, one is bad, but I think the Sith are just a little misunderstood. But I wanted to be a Sith.
That explains a lot.
I had aspirations on becoming a dentist. That's what I wanted to do.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Pays well.
That was one of the reasons. But
when you were 5 years old, you were looking at your 401k, being like, you know what, dentist, that's the one.
No.
Being more of a college fan than a pro fan, watching Tennessee Volunteers play is always a treat. You know, Thanksgiving weekend will be Tennessee versus Vanderbilt. It's kind of our closeout game for the season. It's particularly emotional because right now the Volunteers aren't necessarily performing where they did 25 years ago, and every year Volunteer fans think it's a national championship season. So every year we set ourselves up for heartbreak. And my cousin is an alum from Vanderbilt, so if we lose that game, she basically has bragging rights over me for the whole year, and she will let me know that she's got bragging rights over me for the whole year. If the shoe's on the other foot, I don't say a word because I know that the sun shines on a dog's ass every now and again, and you just keep your mouth shut because you might be eating crow a little bit later. But I'd be looking forward to the Volunteers game, you know, and then a week later is or 2 weeks later, depends on how it falls, be the SEC championship game. So not really over Thanksgiving, but right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like an ACC fan. So if you're talking Duke Blue Devils or Virginia Cavaliers, that's what I'm all about. March Madness. I know that's ways off, but hey.
It's like the only time I dig into basketball is March Madness.
Yep.
Everything leading.
It's the only time it's good.
Yeah, well, it's when your bracket matters. So.
Hey, Sergeant Major, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So what is your favorite dessert for Thanksgiving holidays? Because, I mean, this is when it kicks off. And as we're trying to, like, you know, make sure we watch our waistlines and everything and keep them within Army standards, what is the one indulgence that you're looking forward to?
I mean, my favorite would be, I have two actually. I like peach cobbler, and I also like banana pudding. Now, what family member is going to make it, I have no idea. So I'm not necessarily looking forward to it because they may not make it. So we'll see.
You don't make it?
No.
I'm looking forward to some pecan pie. I mentioned it kind of earlier, but several family members make it, so it's possible we'll see it. It's likely we'll see it in some variation. My sister-in-law, which we're not going to see over Thanksgiving, won't see them, that side of the family, until in the new year, makes a killer buttermilk pie. It is, I would slap the taste out of my mom's mouth for a slice of that pie. And that's a compliment. Anybody from the South knows that slap your mom up means it's good. So that is not being disrespectful. Actually, I could not pay her any higher compliment.
Is it a cheesecake? Or
No,
is it just
it's a buttermilk pie. It doesn't last long. I mean, it's gone. Like the moment you bring it out, it's gone. So I got a Thanksgiving workout that more or less guarantees me I can eat anything I want to. You know, it's a soul crusher. But I'll do that, and then I'll feel free to eat anything I want to eat.
How are we gonna get after that daggone mission in January with just 2 weeks to do it?
So I was actually looking at the numbers this morning. Basically, you're going to have to do a 30 to 40% of our mission accomplishment in the first week, and then probably another 20% the second week, and then it's going to have to be around 50% the last week. Those middle 2 weeks are going to, you know, that week and a half is going to go by the wayside due to the we call it block leave, but it's not a leave period. It's only leave if you're going 250 miles outside of the immediate area. It's time off. It's well-deserved time off, but we have to think strategically to navigate the time we're going to lose. So it's going to require, I think, if we buy down our delta from the first two phase lines of this quarter and then overproduce into phase line January's mission, then that week one doesn't become quite so large. But it's going to take a strong push and being perfect every week on our contract placement in phase line December to buy down that phase line in January mission. Even though it's not a large mission, we lose a lot of processing days, and that's how we're going to have to get after it.
Okay, good.
Are you ready to go?
Let's go, sir.
All right. Hey, pioneers. Sorry. Oh, Rudy, I just did it. It just jumped right off and I wasn't even ready to go. It was like ripping it. With a little leftover from quarter one for the, let me back that up.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything?
Okay. You're going to have a lot to work with on that one.
Yes, jeez. I'm wiping the perspiration off my forehead. Good Lord.